Yeah, perfect. Let's pass to the left hand now. You use very often your thumb to make the bass line, and to play also chord voicing that probably in other ways it's impossible to catch. And can you explain how you what do you think about this approach?
Well, this approach works for me. It's not the same as a classical technique. Classical technique is called the rest technique, where you hold the guitar like this for a start, and you play this way here, right? And so the thumb doesn't come past the halfway, right? And this technique is perfect, but it doesn't work for the way I play. So I find many ways of using my thumb, and in a lot of my songs, if you don't use the thumb, you don't get the melody clear. You need to have the melody very clear, and that's the reason why sometimes I use the thumb, and people say, oh my god, I can't play your song because you're playing your thumb, you know, over the top. Well, then you just have to find alternative ways of doing it, you know. But you know, for me, I use my thumb, and my thumbs have changed. They are very different thumbs. This one here is straight like a finger, right? And this one here is very bent. You can see, very bent, and it goes backwards and this way. And I have many kind of exercises that I use to stretch. And it's like play an E with a B bass. That takes a big stretch here, you know, and that's now I can do it easily, but 30 years ago I couldn't do it at all, you know. And your hands just change, you know. And people, I think people forget, you know, when they watch me play, they say, oh, it looks easy, and then they go to do it and they go, oh my god, it's very hard, you know. They forget I have been playing a long time and I work hard on my technique, so the technique is invisible. And you just hear the music, and I play the guitar, but you just feel the music, and that's it. And that's how I try to approach it. And it's not a mystery; it's just work. It's just hard work, you know.
So you are also you have a good techniques.
No,
no, you have a wonderful technique.
No, and, I have okay technique for what I need. Good technique. Well, Frank Gambale has good technique. That's good technique.
But you play also sweep picking very good.
Well, it's different to mine. Mine is more simple.
Okay. But you also doing some phrasing that is really fast. To practice this thing, the speed, which is for you the most important exercise to make, or what you do in your studies?
Well, speed is never something that I think, oh, I must work on speed today, you know. I never think that way. What I do is I learn songs, or I write songs that I think should be played fast. Some are slow, and the ones that are played fast, I work on them until they are easier to play. And like any part of your technique, you can work on it so it becomes easy. Or it becomes easier. I don't think that I play that fast compared to Al Di Meola or Paco de Lucia or somebody like that. They play fast, or Borelli Legreen. Those guys play a million times faster than me, you know. So maybe Borelli Legreen's the man you should be talking to about fast technique, because he is ridiculously fast, you know. I never think about, oh, I want to play this fast. Sometimes I like to play things up in tempo, vivace, and sometimes I play them steady, you know. It depends how I'm feeling in the night, you know. In the middle of the concert, sometimes I play something and I play it, boom, fast, and everybody goes crazy. And then I hear it the next morning on a tape, and I say, oh, it's much too fast. But you have to remember, you are in this moment, and that's the hard thing. For me, I am always willing to be the entertainer, to give the people a good time. The next day, I can listen to it and go, oh, it's too fast. But That's the musician in me talking, not the entertainer. You understand?
Yeah, yeah.
So, you know, and there are some people like George Benson or Al Di Meola who play much faster than I do. But that's how they think. You know, I don't think that way. You know.
Okay. When you play some of your licks with descending and ascending notes, not necessarily chromatic, but what do you focus on in order to make it easier to play, or better, you use something like equal number of notes or strings or legatos?
When I'm improvising something, I try to play spontaneously. Say, for instance, let me show you. If I was going to improvise over some blues changes or something, so I would immediately try to think, what would I sing? So So I just try to think in a blues frame of mind, and I try to come up with phrases that sound musical to me, you know.
So, talking about improvisation.
Yeah.
That we are here, and so you improvise following mentally the sequence of chords, or you think about only melody, or
no, I don't think I know what chords I'm playing over. If I'm going to improvise in a song, I know what the chords are, so I am then free to experiment. And sometimes I play a lot, and sometimes I play a little. It depends on the feeling. I try to play what I think would sound good on these changes. You know, somebody like Larry Carlton can tell you scientifically what will perfectly work over these changes. He can guarantee you that every note he plays, you will go, wow, because he knows how it works. For me, I'm still experimenting. So I'm looking for those notes that he already has found, you know.
So you don't have some licks that is your favorite, or?
Well, I learned some things from Frank Vignola. Like, for instance, if we are playing in G, he showed me that diminished. So like a diminished kind of thing, you know. And so I try to use that idea and play outside the changes. So. You know what I mean? So if I'm playing in G, I try to play through C sharp into C, and then E flat into D, back A flat into G, and to that kind of way around. And it sounds good for your ear, you know. Joe Pass was the master of this, and George Benson too, you know.
Yeah.